Happy birthday, Pisces, Aries. Welcome into your birthday week tarot reading here at Cusp of Roses. My name is Gabrielle. For anybody new here, welcome in. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And special shout out to all my channel members tuning into this message early and ad-free. I love you all so very much. And I thank you for your love and support. If this is your birthday week, March 17th through the 23rd, make sure you drop your birthday down below so I can wish you a special happy birthday from me to you. I thank you guys so much for all your love and support over the past year or from whenever you are joining, even if you're new. Thanks for tuning in. And I want to talk about here what I'm getting for you during your birthday week and kind of what's going to kick off your next trip around the sun, okay? Okay, it was a very, very strong masculine-feminine dynamic that was coming through in my meditation for you. It felt like familial, okay? It kind of feels like during this birthday moment, birthday month, I almost wanted to say, but just this birthday week, or as you kind of tap into this new cycle of energy you're starting, you're going to better understand not only yourself here, Pisces, Aries, but like what parts of you belong to whom. You're going to see your father in you, your mother in you, your family lineage being integrated into your being, like of who you are. It's like, I see that as my father. I get that from my father. I get this from my mother, or, you know, oh, that's my grandmother. Oh, that's my grandfather. Like all of that is going to start coming into a sharper focus for you, Pisces, Aries. And it feels like that's happening because there is some sort of untapped potential in you that having that kind of awareness around your lineage or kind of like what makes you you is going to unlock. Like once you have a broader understanding or a deeper understanding of that, there's something within you that's trying to awaken and unlock here, but that seems to be the key. The key is in your paternal and your maternal energy, okay? And how it was kind of showing, it feels like you, for whoever's going to resonate with this message, okay, you might more or less feel more connected to your paternal energy than you do your maternal energy. I almost want to say that the maternal energy might shed light more on your shadowy nature, and your paternal energy might shed more light on your light nature. So this is about you finding that yin and yang energy within yourself, or just kind of better identifying that so that you maybe can do some sort of work, or it'll lead you to something that's, again, I keep getting this word awaken, something that's meant to awaken in you. There's untapped potential, okay? But in order to utilize that untapped potential, you have to have an understanding of that yin and that yang that created you, okay? So you can kind of know a little bit more in depth of how your energy works, okay? So a lot of self-discovery here for you, Pisces, Aries, but that's kind of par for course, especially with Saturn and Neptune and Aries at the point of me recording this. So that's kind of how that's showing up, but it's coming through this like father-mother type dynamic, okay? All right, so what is all of that about? Hold on, let me get a little tea. Oh, also important as I'm reaching for my tea, you want to get into your throat chakra here, Pisces, Aries. Having a well-maintained and balanced throat chakra is going to benefit you so much over the next year. So I would really focus energy on that if you do chakra work. If not, make sure you're speaking up and saying what needs to be said. Make sure you're also not participating in unhealthy gossip, or just kind of saying things you don't mean, perpetuating narratives or energy that you just know isn't necessarily of the highest vibration, that will stick with you and stick to you over the next year if you're not careful, okay? Your throat chakra might even be awakening here. Maybe that's the untapped potential. There's something in the voice there for you. So you're going to want to fine tune that. You can maybe even warm it up through humming, singing, if that is something that you enjoy doing. Even if not, just humming can kind of help break up any stagnant energy in that throat chakra, okay? Yeah, definitely heavy on the throat chakra for you. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing a sense of pride. There is some sort of pride beaming. So whatever this kind of yin and yang thing, it's not like, oh, I hate that I got this from my parents, or like, you know, or oh, da da da. No, it's not that kind of like resistance to it. It's just appreciation and awareness, and just maybe even, yeah, like I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of who I come from. Even if there's been ups and downs or bumps in the road or whatever the case may be, it doesn't change that that's kind of how you got here. You know what I mean? Like that's a part of you. Yeah, beaming with pride, beaming with pride. Okay, maybe that's also tied to the throat chakra. Make sure that you aren't allowing pride to make you say things that you really don't mean, or be just very mindful from speaking from an unhealthy ego, okay? Or getting too egoic in what you're saying or whatever this might be. I don't know. There's something about that, okay? Because that, I mean, it's a trait. I just heard it's a trait. So it could be something that you've picked up from family, okay? That you just might want to be aware of, that operating in that energy or absorbing more of that energy or entertaining that energy isn't going to benefit you over the next year, okay? It's going to keep you stuck, stagnant, and hold you back. All right. So that's just what I was getting in my meditation for you. But let's see how the spirit animal realm is guiding you through your birthday week and your next trip around the sun. The golden egg in reverse, which I believe is crown chakra energy. Yeah. Okay. That's the untapped potential for sure. You haven't reached your crown chakra yet in your energy, or there's something maybe trying to come through your crown chakra, but you got to get the lower chakras settled and solid in order to support this energy. So yeah, you've got the hawk, the bear, okay, the stingray, yeah, all right, I see, the beaver, yeah. Okay. Something about speaking up for yourself with the stingray energy, okay? Maybe against or in connection to maybe like an overbearing mother, okay? Because again, it felt like the mother frequency was in the shadow and the father frequency was in the light, okay? Maybe there is some sort of healing with the mother that you might be experiencing over this week, or that might be very important for you over the next year. Tarantula. What else? Who else is here guiding? The unicorn. Okie dokie. Artichoke. There's the third eye. Okay. Interesting. I'm feeling like that tarantula is trying to cast a web. I don't think they even cast webs though. Hold on. Something about a web. Cheetah. Okay. Yeah, you got a lot of spirit energy. Cosmic egg at the bottom. The dragon. More spirit energy. And the mouse. Okay. This is what's absolutely trying to awaken in you for sure. Okay. I want to say dragon is solar plexus energy. I might not be right about that. Let me double check. Hold on. Because this is a lot of spiritual cards or spirit energy cards in this deck. So yeah, maybe this next trip around the sun or something about your birthday week could feel very spiritual. Like, yeah, reconnecting with higher wisdom or divinity. The sixth chakra, right? So the unicorn is the third eye. Cosmic egg. Okay, cosmic egg being the crown chakra, excuse me. So the golden egg might be the fourth chakra, the heart. Okay, so there's some sort of heart chakra blockage here that you might be guided into seeing from a higher point of view here with the hawk. Yeah, I think this could be somewhat of a mother wound, or you might be doing some sort of healing, or through this kind of better understanding of the yin and yang that created you, you're able to see a mother bear energy from a higher point of view, like kind of understand why they are the way they are. This mother could have issues with boundaries when it comes to you. Like they don't really respect your privacy or respect your boundaries, or kind of, I mean, very classic mother energy. They still look at you as their baby that needs protection, needs guidance, needs to be told what to do and how to do it, and needs help. And it's like, you a grown person out here. So they're, and yeah, the stingray can kind of be like an umbilical cord. Somebody really might be struggling with detaching from you. Mercury retrograde. Yeah, you got shark energy at the bottom. Okay. Let me tap into dragon, because then if the golden egg is the 4th chakra, then dragon is the 3rd chakra, right? Okay. Yeah, so that is solar plexus, heart chakra, 3rd eye. Okay. That's going to be very significant for you to tap into. But this beaver energy, you might feel like you've been working very hard in a way. Like, I think you've put in a lot of effort to try to prove to this maternal energy. Yeah, maybe there's like that feeling of, I got something to prove. It's feeling like you're not enough. Maybe that's what this mother bear energy makes you feel, and they might not be aware of it. They might be aware of it, okay? But it's like this scattered energy with the mouse, paying attention to the small details, but still being, I almost want to say menacing. I don't know who this might be for, but it's like, yeah, maybe your mother energy kind of meddles in your business a little bit, or kind of, again, from that kind of protective space. But it's a little, I'm seeing the octopus card in this particular deck. Yeah, it lacks a sense of boundary. It lacks a sense of respect. Yeah, it's just like a mother bear still feeling responsible for you in a way, even though, of course, that responsibility never fades no matter how old you are. It's just overbearing. Yeah, it's overbearing. So that tarantula kind of gives me, it is fire energy, so you might be a little testy with this person. 2 of Swords wanted to come out. Yeah, it's kind of like somebody might be trying to stop you from going with your own will, or like moving off your own energy. It's like somebody wants to stay tied to you, but it's keeping you from doing what you need to do. So this maternal energy could move kind of like a ball and chain, low key, like, but I don't think they look at it like that. They don't look at it as anchoring you down or weighing you down. They look at it as protecting you. But it's like, at what point are you a grown adult where you can protect yourself? You know what I'm saying? This person has a hard time. It might be having a hard time letting you go like that. Okay. Yeah, I just heard I have my own life. Like, yeah, this is somebody who wants to stay in your life, or like stay as a force. Again, it's like act as a parent in your life as if you are a child, but you're not a child. So it's like, okay, your maternal energy could be having a hard time transitioning into that, like, you no longer need me as mommy, you need me as friend. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll always need your parents, of course, right? I know I gotta be delicate when I say this, but it's a certain level and a layer of respect that has to be there, that, like, again, even if you are standing to mess up or make a mistake or do something, that is a part of your learning and growing that you have to go through, that she can or they can't protect you from. So it's like somebody keeps like interfering with your path, but they think it's protecting you. They think it's a part of their maternal duty, and you know what I mean? But it's more for them in truth than it is for you. They don't want to be apart from you, or they might fear like you leaving them behind, or yeah, I don't know. It's like, you can't say that to me. You can't stand up to me like that because I'm your mother. But it's like, at what point do you have a voice then. Maybe that's why the throat chakra was important. Yeah, it's like somebody's very used to like silencing you or shutting you up or kind of like keeping you from from your path. It's like you're meant to walk on a path. Something's meant to awaken in you. But I think there's a lot of fear that's driving this maternal energy. So it's like they're going to try to control it as much as they can. But that's kind of like, I mean, honestly and truly, that would be their karma. Because especially if they're getting in the way of something that the divine is trying to guide you down, that is going to be their karma to incur, because you should not be interfering with divine will and divine purpose. But again, that's what I'm saying. They don't see it as that. They see it as, well, I'm your mom, or I'm, you know. So, okay, there's a lot of family. A lot of family here for your birthday week. I don't know. Maybe you're the mother. Take that as that resonates too. If you have a child that's growing up, you're going to have to allow them to be an individual, unicorn energy. You can't protect them from everything. All you can do is really pray that they are protected. But they have to go on and live their life. Yeah. Away from you. It's like somebody's having separation anxiety, or like has that kind of, I never want to be separate from you. And it's like, you gotta back up a little bit. Like, you have to give me some breathing room. You have to. Whether they want to or not, they have to. I don't think they want to. Okay, so again, take it all as it resonates. Why is this golden egg in reverse here, divine? What's going on? Why is the crown chakra in reverse for Pisces, Aries during their birthday week? Ooh, the 3 of Cups in reverse. Yeah. That's what I mean. You just might be struggling with seeing this from a higher perspective because it is so close to home, or it is so personal to you. Okay, 3 of Cups in reverse. Like, yeah, it's like somebody's a bit of like a wet blanket, or can kind of like rain on the parade. Always kind of has, it seems like this person maybe always has something negative to say, or always trying to get you to worry about something, almost like projecting their fears onto you. So that's where that stingray energy, you got to have a stronger barrier or boundary or backbone with this person. Don't be afraid to announce or kind of point out the fact that that is their fear, that you don't necessarily have to attach to that fear. Just because they fear that doesn't make it real. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. This is almost like somebody who thinks they know you better than you do, or know what's best for you better than you do. And that's where maybe this kind of grandiose, so maybe you're kind of dealing with the ego of a mother figure. They think they know what's best for you because they're your mother and I brought you into this world and all that kind of like, honestly, truthfully, no shade, no tea, no disrespect, but kind of BS in a way. Because that means that you're getting in the way of God, or you're trying to act like God in someone's world. A lot of parents mess that up with their kids. Yes, you did go through the birthing process, or you brought the child into the world, but that child belongs to the universe. That child belongs to the divine, belongs to God, nature, however you name it. You're not here to be God. You're here to assist and guide them on the path that God has for them. So it's like interfering. Somebody's interfering with some sort of celebration or some sort of joy or some sort of happiness, or it's kind of like they don't want you to have happiness outside of them. That could just be what it seems like. That might not be the truth of the matter, but based off how they move with you or how they talk to you or communicate with you, it feels like they don't really want you to be happy. Okay. So yeah, it's like you're going to start understanding a lot of these relationship dynamics. Okay. Ace of Pentacles in reverse with the Hierophant. Right. Right. Like I said, something's trying to start. Something you're supposed to be... Something new is supposed to come in, or it is blocking your abundance in some way. because it's someone's fear. It's like somebody's casted this kind of like net. That's maybe what I was getting, this web of fear around you, thinking that it's protecting you, but it's really to appease their own anxiety and their own worry and their own fear, which again, separation. There has to be some sort of separation of energy, but this person isn't going to initiate it. You're going to have to initiate it, Pisces, Aries. Okay. Like, you deserve independence in a way. Yeah, the Magician, you're going to have to initiate it. And like I said, this Mother Bear energy, whoever this is, has definitely interfered and blocked an Ace of Pentacles, or blocked something that was supposed to be celebrated or was supposed to bring higher awareness or higher vibrational energy from coming in. And the divine would only allow this to happen because you're meant to awaken the energy. See what I'm saying? It's like this Mother Bear energy isn't necessarily going to change because it feels like they might be a little set in their ways. You are going to have to change how you deal with this Mother Bear energy. You're going to have to build the spine, stingray, okay, and set the boundary. It's the reason why this Ace of Pentacles might not be coming in. And I'm starting to get some frustration. Because, I mean, and I think that's fair and valid to be frustrated with somebody who's like interfering with your success or interfering with your path from their own space of fear. They're not really, again, I don't think this maternal energy considers you genuinely as an individual. It's one of those kind of parent-child dynamics where they look at you as an extension of themselves, which again is all based in ego and not truth. Yes, you are. Yes, you are the vessel that soul has come through. So of course that vessel is going to look like you. But again, a child is their own world in and of themselves. To project the ego of you're an extension of me is again an attachment hook. I don't want you to ever think that you exist outside of me. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it's deep. It's very, very deep. Okay, so this could be a very kind of fragile thing you might have to deal with, but hopefully the message and the boundary can be set and given, and you know, it can allow this Mother Bear to kind of back up a little bit, because they are in fact kind of blocking you from getting what you need, or you being able to start a path you're meant to be on, or awaken something that's meant to awaken in you. Clarify this Magician energy with this Mama Bear and Stingray. Yeah, a death energy, right. Right. I'm sorry to say, but it feels like this Mother Bear has orchestrated deaths, like endings in your world or on your path. And there will continue to, if you don't kind of stand up to it or set that boundary. Now, I believe those are axolotls on this death card, which I do think, if my memory serves me right, they can regenerate. They're one of those type of amphibian type creatures. Like if they lose a toe, lose an arm, they'll regenerate it. So whatever has ended, or whatever this Mother Bear has blocked or used their Magician energy or whatever power they think they have in the situation to block this Ace of Pentacles from coming in, it's not that it won't come in. Okay, like you can regenerate this Ace of Pentacles and this Three of Cups. It's again, it just has to start with you. Clarify the beaver and the tarantula. The Nine of Wands, yeah, some wounding. And the Ace of Wands at the bottom. Right, okay. Ah, these cards are so tiny. All right. Yeah, it's almost like I'm biting you, I'm stinging you, I'm doing this for your own good, when that's a lie. In truth, it's not really for you, it's for this person. This person might have a hard time regulating their own emotional energy, their own kind of their self, so they regulate themselves through you. So many children have to go through that with their parents, right? Like, I need you to behave in a certain way so I feel better. as opposed to I need to have better control over my own emotions. And again, honor the fact that my child is not a reflection of me. My child, yes, is my offspring, but they are their own person. I can't make my child responsible for my emotional well-being, my mental well-being, my physical well-being. You alone as an individual are responsible for that. And you're not teaching your child to be independent and responsible for themselves if they feel responsible for you. What you are teaching that child is that they are responsible for the well-being, the comfortability, the happiness, the joy of everybody around them. You are building a people pleaser who will get used and abused if you don't put that in check, if you are the parent, okay? Some of y'all, that's the case. You've been kind of groomed into this people-pleasing energy because of a maternal energy, using you to self-regulate. That's the attachment. That's what I mean. They need you more than you need them, and they know that. So it has been their job to convince you that you need them so that you'll always stay close. You'll never cut them off, or you'll never step off and do your own thing. You'll never fly the nest because you need me. To the point where they would even injure you almost so that you can use them as a crutch. Like, that's how dark that can get sometimes. I'll peck your wing off just so now you'll have no choice but to stay in this nest. Because that's where I feel safe and I feel comfortable, because you flying off and doing your own thing makes me too nervous. And I can't handle my own nervous energy. So I make you responsible so you don't go fly. You chop yourself down so I feel better. You see how kind of like messed up that is? That's what I feel like some of y'all might be healing here over this week, or starting to understand that you need to heal when it comes to this energy, okay? Yeah, it's a wound there. Show me the tarantula and the unicorn. Whoa. Oof, the hermit. Right. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like somebody doesn't want you to go off on your own. Somebody doesn't want to be almost like left behind. Page of Cups. Yeah. And as you start to better understand that dynamic, if this is resonating for you, there will be compassion that you can find for this person. Because again, that's not to, I can hear it now. Well, you don't know what I've been through, and I had to go through this, and you didn't grow up the way I grew up. I didn't do to you what my parents did to me. Again, understood. You can hold compassion for that, but that's not an excuse to kind of not check yourself. I don't got to check myself because I'm not doing what my parents did to me to you. That's poor excuses. Like, no, that's not how that works. That's just not how that works. So yeah, there's going to have to be some sort of compassion and self-love and self-care that's needed and necessary on your end and on this mother bear's end, okay? But I also think, again, if you're trying to get like an apology out of this person to see how their behavior has like hindered you or has stagnated you, you might not get it. You're just going to have to stand in the awareness of it. You see what I'm saying? This person doesn't think they're doing anything wrong. Again, and they're not going to apologize for doing what they think is best. And that's all fine and dandy. But once you get into that unicorn energy, you see it from that higher perspective. Again, the King of Swords, you're just going to have to make sharper choices and decisions for yourself. Especially when it comes to dealing with this person. Right, you might have to kind of... I mean, honestly, it's like if they are in that kind of, I don't need to apologize for nothing, I'm doing what I think is best, whatever. You know how parents like to hit you with that. You'll understand one day when you have your own kids. And it's like, yeah, I hear you, but God forbid I do, I put them through this, because this ain't fun. Yeah, you just might have to not, I don't want to say like not include them as much, but yeah, you're going to have to kind of... You can't give them an opportunity to stagnate your progress anymore. It's like the moment that you kind of carve around them or kind of, you know what I mean, leave them where they maybe need to be, things start to move faster for you, cheetah. Okay? Yeah, it's like this person's kind of slowing down your progress a little bit. Or whatever little dynamic y'all got going on. The Knight of Swords in reverse. My heavens. My deck is upright. Just so y'all know. Okay. Yeah, that solar plexus. And maybe this is somebody that you would normally get into like a war of words with. You would argue and you just da-da-da-da. And it's like, that's not even necessary. You just have to sit in the awareness that that is who they are. That's who they're choosing to be. No matter what you say, they don't believe in what you're saying. They're not going to stretch themselves to see it from your point of view because that's uncomfortable for them. This is definitely somebody who cannot deal with being emotionally uncomfortable. Spiritually uncomfortable. You see what I'm saying? Like, meaning this is somebody who does not deal with growth. This is somebody who's not a fan of growth. They want to stay who they are, be who they are, and everybody just got to deal with it. See what I'm saying? And so, again, you're just going to have to move accordingly so that things can start moving for you, okay? Show me this mouse energy. Because all that war of words is going to do is just leave the door open for them to start kind of chewing away and nipping away at whatever you're building or whatever you're trying to get done here. Or whatever path you need to walk on. Okay. Yeah, it's like you give this person an inch, they're absolutely going to take a mile. So stop giving them inches in your world. Stop giving them power in your world. Especially if they've shown you that they would use that power to harm you, to keep you close to them. Like, it's sun energy. Yikes. In fucking reverse. Yeah. Okay. This velvet is not working with these cards too well. Okay, hold on. Let me just get everybody in here. Okay. Yeah, the sun in reverse. Too many reversals. Truthfully, again, my deck is upright. They just keep flipping out in reverse. Right, that's what I mean. It's like if you give this person the opportunity or you go back through that kind of battle of the wills, right? That leaves them room to kind of chip away and bite away at your energy, solar plexus, the sun in reverse. So then you're not going to feel as confident in what you need to be confident in. You're not going to feel as sure of yourself. And that kind of works to their advantage because then you're going to need them to support you or need them to kind of reinforce something that, again, is genuinely holding you back. Okay? And again, if you are this mother figure, you need to change your ways. Start getting comfortable with change. And let go. Okay? So clarify here. Tell me a little bit more about this Three of Cups in reverse with the golden egg in reverse. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles. This is something that you got to learn. So they're telling me that there's some sort of pattern here. This isn't the first time that you maybe had this kind of situation or discovered that, I don't know, maybe this mother figure like gossips a lot or says a lot or kind of talks too much. And they maybe said something and that got in the way of a new opportunity for you or whatever the case may be. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles in reverse with the hawk and the bear. The World, yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. It's your karmic lesson to learn. Whoever's resonating with this, okay? This Ace of Pentacles is on the other side of the world. When you can learn that lesson or kind of figure out a way to set the right kind of boundaries with this person. Again, I'm not saying you got to cut this person out of your life. You just got to set boundaries with them because they will tear down whatever you are building because they're afraid. And it seems like whatever you got going on with all this spiritual energy, there's no room for fear, especially with the dragon out. There's no room for fear. You can't have fearful hearts and fearful spirits around you because they will, again, sabotage you. They will. What did I say? Knight of Swords. That sword is going through this bird's wing. They will stagnate your growth because they're too afraid to let you fly. Because they're afraid to fly. Do you see what I'm saying? This could even just be like a generational thing. Their mother might have pecked their wings off and told them, well, that's what love is. So that's why they're doing it to you. Yeah. 10 of Swords. I'm trying to tell you. There's no limit to the swords that this person will put in you if it means keeping you close to them, keeping you under their control, keeping you in their grasp, keeping you in their realm of where they can kind of touch and feel and get all up in it. As soon as they can't touch and feel and get all up in it, they're lost. Which means that whoever this mother bear energy, you need to focus more on yourself. Go find yourself outside of your children. Your children are not your identity. And it's inappropriate to put that kind of weight on a child because you suffocate out the identity that the divine has for them by you trying to press yours onto them. Again, you're a reflection of me. No. I'm a reflection of the divine. I'm the reflection of the universe, not you. The universe. You are the vessel I came through. But don't imprint your... You see what I'm saying? It's like somebody's trying to, again, just stay attached to you in some way. Clarify this Magician energy. The 8 of Cups. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. You got to emotionally detach from this person. They got to emotionally detach from you. They're not going to initiate that because it seems like their whole mama bear vibes thrives off of being attached or having the power to control what you connect with and who you connect with and what you don't do and what you see what I'm saying? Like, this could be a mama that's power tripping low key. You might, again, I don't know why I'm saying that. You might be this mama. Love you, but you power tripping, honey. Okay? You power tripping and you messing up your kids. And like I said, you're interfering with something divine here with all these spirit cards out. That there is karma in that. Make sure you don't get in the way of what the divine has. And that's another thing. It's like, as opposed to thinking you know best, why don't you go to God? Ask the universe, ask God, ask whoever you name it, to show you how you need to support your child, as opposed to you thinking you know what's best for them. Ask God to give you the tools to guide this spirit and this soul in the direction that they're meant to walk. Not you picking and choosing how they walk it and talk it and move it. That's you playing God in their life, and that's not cool. It's not appropriate at all. Yeah, the Fool energy. Okay? Clarify. Yeah, it's like, I didn't want you to have to do this. I don't want you to... It's like, it's not about what you want. It's about what God wants. Have you considered what God wants for this soul and this spirit and this child that you were given? Or are you just thinking about you? That's what I mean by like ego. Have you considered what purpose this child might have outside of you? Or you like, you see what I'm saying? Like, or are you only thinking about you being pleased with what you see in your child? That's not how that is ever really meant to work. Yeah. Clarify this Death energy. Another reversal, the 4 of Swords. And the 10 of Pentacles at the bottom. That's what I mean by somebody's very uncomfortable when it comes to change. You know, it's like, I don't want them to skin their knee. As if skinning their knee is going to be an open wound forever. It's going to heal. It'll teach them something. You can't get in the way of the lessons that your children are here to learn. And that's what I mean. It's like, it's a lack of healthy detachment. It's an unhealthy attachment that a maternal energy has to a child that is blocking their purpose. Clarify the 9 of Wands here. This feels like a generational wound. Again, this is energy that's been passed down through some way. The 7 of Cups. Yeah, and somebody doesn't fully grasp that just yet. Okay, so this, I mean, yeah, you might be in store this year here, Pisces, Aries, to do a lot of healing when it definitely comes to your maternal energy. Okay, your maternal lineage or connections. But again, I think some of y'all are getting a better understanding of why a maternal figure in your world acts like this or behaves like this with you. And once you have that understanding, you can move accordingly. Handle them accordingly. Set the boundaries accordingly. And it might be uncomfortable, but you got to do it. Because again, there's some sort of untapped potential in you that the divine needs you to step into and awaken. But if you keep allowing this maternal energy to have that kind of unhealthy attachment to you, you aren't going to awaken that potential. You are going to be sacrificing your willpower to them. It's like this is a type of maternal energy that feels better when you do what they say. Do what I say right now. You see what I'm saying? Again, I'm trying to tell you, somebody's been using their child as a source of emotional regulation. I can't handle you doing something outside of what I want you to do. So if you don't do what I say, I'm going to throw a fucking fit. I'm going to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to beat you into it low key. They'll cause harm and they'll cause damage because they think they're in the right. This is somebody who has a little bit of like a God complex. I'm not going to hold you. They are a little self-righteous. Do you see what I'm saying? Like they take that title as mother or whatever little figure this is a little too to heart, to the head a little bit. That's what I mean by their whole identity is this motherness. You got to have an identity outside of your kids. That's what the whole self-love, taking care of you first, making sure you do what fills your cup so that you're not seeking that out of your children. So when they do what children is they're not always going to be perfect. They're little bundles of energy, right? Little chaos worms. So key, like they're going to have to get chaotic. You're not using their chaotic or their choices and decisions as a reflection of who you are. So you make a choice and decision as yourself. If you are this child, you fear the wrath of your mother or whatever this maternal energy is because it's not what they would have done. It's not what they wanted you to do. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like stick close to me. I know what's best. I know what's best when they don't know nothing. Low key. They're winging it just like you, but it's like a control thing. I feel better when you're looking to me for guidance because then I can kind of shape and mold you into what I want you to be. Again, you're playing God in somebody's life. You're not leaving room for what, or even really, again, considering what God has in store for that soul and that spirit. Why did God gift you that child? Not for you to make them into a mini you. But, you know, it's ego. Honestly, it's ego. Somebody doesn't know who they are outside of being your mother or being a mother. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups. Somebody would sacrifice the harmony and the stability if it means that they maintain this kind of North Star, I look up to you, I need you for guidance, role and status in your life. Three of Wands, yeah. And you know what? Maybe there is a mother figure that's having this kind of revelation. So you might even get an apology that you never expected to get. They might see, okay, I see how I might have been stagnating you. I can take accountability. That would be beautiful. I really hope that that's the case. That would be a beautiful moment of self-awareness. To apologize for pecking your wings off or damaging you in that way. For selfish means. Under the guise of love or I'm doing what's best for you. Yeah, okay. You know, you're doing what's best for you. You're not even considering the child. In truth. Okay, clarify the Three of Pentacles in reverse. The Seven of Wands in reverse. That's what I'm trying to say. You got to have a boundary with this person regardless. Seven of Swords, because again, tarantula. They will spin a web of confusion just to keep you tied up and bound in that web and close so they could feed off of you. Low key. With the Sun in reverse, they feed off your energy. So you starting to feel like you can go off and do whatever it is you want to do or have confidence. And again, you would be very surprised at how long these kind of energetic dynamics play out. Like I'm saying, everybody here is grown, but you still got grown people who are still have that umbilical cord attached to their parent. See what I'm saying? And that's so interesting too, because I was talking about this with members. And I want to say this was for the full moon lunar eclipse reading. So if you are a member, you might want to tune back into that message because this is coming back in. If you're not a member, you can go ahead and join so you can tune in, okay? We're talking about the difference between honor and respect. Respect is always mutual. Honor doesn't necessarily require two people to be involved. Honor is what you hold in the heart, but respect is mutual. So that whole honor thy mother and father is the reason why it doesn't say respect thy mother and father, because not every mother and father does things that is respect worthy. Okay. Honor, yes, I can hold honor in my heart. I can hold reverence in my heart, of course. But if you're not earning respect, then it can't be given. But people anticipate and use that kind of rhetoric to expect and demand respect when they're not respectful. Because a part of that verse is also do not provoke your child to anger. It's a two-way street. It's not just honor thy mother and father and that's it. That's the only one that gets thrown around. It's so much more to that. But again, there's a reason why it says honor and not any other word. So that's kind of playing the realm. You don't have to disrespect a maternal energy. You don't have to be disrespectful. You can honor them as your maternal force or whatever the case may be. But if they aren't operating in a respectful manner and tone with you, you're not obligated to do the same with them. Okay, unpopular opinion, that's fine. But at the same time, people got to be accountable for their behavior. You can't act crazy and be Godzilla in my life and then think I'm supposed to just let that happen. No, again, we grown. So, but it's like somebody likes to kind of push someone into that fear. You might have grown up being afraid of your maternal energy. They know that. So it's like the fear of not doing what they say do, you might be shedding. Or, you know, maybe you've already shedded, but there's still a little bit in there or something still kind of keeping you in that realm of fearing retaliation or fearing punishment or fearing some sort of negative energy coming from them because you're deciding to live your life that you've been given the right to live because you're here. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it's a slippery slope. It is, but somebody got to put that boundary up. And like I said, that would be beautiful if this is a mother figure realizing that they have overstepped a boundary or disrespected their child. And again, the best sorry that you could ever give somebody is change behavior. It's not enough to just say it. You got to embody the change that needs to happen. So hopefully this mother figure will embrace some change. But again, even if not, you are the one that has to change. If you are the child in this scenario, no matter how old you are. Okay, clarify the Knight of Swords in reverse. Five of Pentacles, yeah. Like I said, they will clip your wings just so that you look to them as the guiding star. Which again is trying to replace the divine in your life. And this would even be somebody like, oh, no. I don't want you to, I'm not trying to get in the way, God. I'm not trying to play God. They're not even aware of it. That's how deep this goes. They're not even aware of their actions and their behavior. They don't even understand how they come off or where that's coming from. So they think, again, they're doing the good old religious Christian thing or whatever the religion may be, cultural thing to do, or that's how I was treated. That's how it's just always been. They're upholding some sort of status quo. But it's time for that status quo to break apart. You might be the one that does that. Okay? Yeah, I just heard, because God forbid this gets passed down to another child. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's the karmic loop of this, the world energy starts now. The cutoff of this starts now. Right. 9 of Cups. It starts now. You are responsible for your own happiness, just like this maternal energy is responsible for their own happiness. They can't make you responsible for making them happy. If their only happiness lies in your actions and your choices and decisions, that is misalignment, that is control, that's inappropriate and out of bounds, truly. Okay? It's unhealthy. No matter which way you put it, it's unhealthy. And I feel like this is a year here, Pisces, Aries, where health is at the forefront. Mental health, spiritual health, emotional health, okay, physical health. And you would be surprised at how these kind of familial dynamics can play on all of that. Definitely on your mental health, absolutely on your spiritual health, absolutely on your emotional health. So it's like, and even your physical, all of those, the mental, the emotional, and spiritual being out of alignment can show up as physical dis-ease, ailments, allergies, stress, things that stress cause. It's unnecessary stress. That's that mouse energy. This person likes to stress you out because it keeps you close to them. Make you doubt yourself because it keeps you close to them. Again, will cut off your wing just to keep you close to them. And you can't have somebody around you like that. I don't care who they are in your life. It's like almost like you can't care who they are in your life. You got to also maybe have that detachment too. All right. Yeah, take a leap of faith. Grasshopper spirit. That's what I mean. They're preventing you from taking a leap of faith that you need to take because they're scared. So I would even say, like, you know, this person might want to pry, like, well, what are your goals and what are you getting into and what are you thinking and da-da-da-da. I would kind of just keep them out of it because they are going to try to convince you to not take this leap of faith. And you don't need, again, you don't need that energy. You got a lot of spiritual cards out here that are trying to get you in alignment and trying to support you here, Pisces, Aries, okay? So this might be the year that you do take a leap of faith in the right direction. What other guidance do you have here, spirit animals, for Pisces, Aries? As they start their next trip around the sun. The miracles are endless. Yeah. Yeah. Which tells me that this mother bear has that scarcity mindset. Like, you got to earn a miracle. Miracles happen every day. You breathing right now, listening to me, that's a miracle. You existing in this moment, a miracle. You woke up today, a miracle. You can use your legs, your arms, your body, miracle. Miracles are endless. They're not only given to a select person or only given in dire situations. They're given abundantly every single day. Scarcity. That's all this is. Somebody has that scarcity. I'm also getting like victim mindset. They're very maybe indoctrinated into some sort of religion that, you know, promotes that kind of scarcity consciousness. So they're, again, doing only what they know, but it doesn't mean that what they're doing is right. But they're going to want to feel right about it because it's something about religion. That's what the religion tells them that's right. That's what is poured into. That's what their brain has been conditioned to believe is right. So they're never going to think they're wrong, even though it's not right for you. You see what I'm saying? It could be right for them, but it doesn't mean that it's right for you. Okay? Yeah. You don't got to live in that scarcity mindset. You're not meant to exist in a scarcity mindset here, Pisces, Aries. Okay? You're meant to dream the world into being, period. You're meant to be expansive. You're meant to create. You can't create from scarcity. Creation in and of itself is abundance. Okay? Yeah, truth transcends illusion. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. This truth is going to transcend the illusions that were being spun by this tarantula mama bear energy. Okay, but this is also somebody who's still stuck under an illusion, okay? But you don't have to be stuck under that illusion with them. Even though that would make them so happy, it's not your job to make them happy. It's your job to live your life according to your soul and your spirit. Okay? And the truth is, again, you're here to dream the world into being. You're here to do something that hasn't been done in your family yet. So of course it's going to look scary. It's going to look like, like you're going off the path, or you're trying to cause chaos, or you're trying to rock the boat and do all this, or you're just being rebellious, and now I got to break that rebellious spirit. Ooh, child. Ooh, my goodness. You might have one of them. Shit. You might have one of them parents that's like gonna stage an intervention for you and try to make you speak in tongues and all that kind of stuff, like performative at its best, in truth. Okay, so you got to use your mind wisely. Again, that's what I'm trying to say. Just because somebody doesn't want to use their own mind, they don't want to be sovereign, they want to be told what to think, they want to be told what to believe, doesn't mean that you have to. You have the power and the birthright to use your mind and according to your soul and spirit's wisdom. If that looks different than what this person thinks, so be it. That's probably intentional. It's probably by divine design that way, because there's a karmic cycle that's meant to be broken, and it can only be broken when somebody gets a different vision, a different understanding, starts tapping in. You got a lot of that chakra energy here. Okay? Starts tapping into that unicorn energy to be the change that needs to happen. Okay? So pig spirit here. Use your mind wisely. Yeah, and B, sweet results await. Once you start using your own mind, once you really start activating that sovereignty, that could be the untapped energy within you. Once you start moving like a sovereign being, sweet results await. You'll have the freedom from that illusion, which is sweet enough, but it really will start opening the doors that you've been meaning to and have been destined to walk through. I can't make it up. Armadillo. Set healthy boundaries. You gotta harden that shell a little bit when it comes to this person. You might have a soft spot for them. Again, you can understand how they were raised and all that they went through. That doesn't mean that you gotta put up with disrespect. It doesn't mean that you gotta put up with BS. It doesn't mean that they just get to have free reign to cause damage and stomp around in your life. No, it means that they need to go talk to somebody about that. They need to go get therapy, or they need to heal and focus on that. That's not for you to heal in them. That is for them to heal in themselves. Like I said, somebody likes to use their child, or they're using you as their healing, as their emotional regulator, as their guiding post to who they are and how they feel. And that's inappropriate and unfair, because you rob that child of sovereignty. When every little move they have to think about, is this going to upset my parent? Is this going to make them mad? Am I going to get in trouble? You block the solar plexus. You take away their will and their power and their strength in themselves. That is not what they're here to do, to be governed by other people. They're here to be governed by the spirit that the divine gave them. So your job as parent is to help nurture and foster that spirit, not based off what you want. Go to God and ask, why have you given me this spirit? What am I supposed to do? Do you see what I'm saying? That's the selflessness. Somebody lacks selflessness. Somebody's full of themselves in their role as a mother or as a parent, as a guardian, whatever this is. But you got to set healthy boundaries, child. And sing your own song. I can't make it up. What did I say? Throat chakra earlier? Get to humming, get to singing. Whatever you got to do to awaken that voice in you, because it has been stolen from you. For whoever this mama bear is, they have taken that right for you to say something. And not only just say something, but have what you say hold weight and be considered and be respected. This person doesn't respect what you say because they don't think you know anything, because they still look at you as the little baby that they had. And it's my little baby. It's almost like that, like baby doll type thing. Baby dolls don't talk back. So why are you talking back? Because you're not a baby doll. You're an actual human. We're not playing mommy and daddy and house and mommy and child. We're living it. It's a reality. Wake up. Like, yeah, somebody in that fan, like, this is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Illusion for sure, child. Yeah, be fearless and bold. Once you're able to sing your own song, that fearlessness, that boldness that has always been in you, that has been siphoned from you by this dynamic, will return to you. So that's what I was saying. It might have been cut off, but you're in that axolotl kind of a vibe. You're going to regenerate. It's not permanent damage. It's just hindering you for the moment. Okay? Yeah, life is a mystery. Right. Why was I given this parent? Why am I in this dynamic? Only life and the divine knows, right? But those questions are absolutely valid. And if you want those answers, start asking them. The universe will show you why. Okay? When it's time. Yeah, some of y'all might not be ready for that for that answer, but when it's time, you'll get the right answer. You'll get the why. Okay? So 4s could be significant for somebody here. 3s could also be significant. 11 could be significant. Ooh, 6 could also be significant. 2s could be significant, okay? Significant synchronicities here for your next trip around the sun. I'm going to leave it there, Pisces, Aries. I really do hope that this message serves you well whenever you find it. And again, happy birthday week, y'all. I really do hope you enjoy celebrating yourself, celebrating all that has led you to this moment and all the beautiful blessings and abundance that you stand to receive here over your next year and beyond it. All right? Yeah, the miracles are endless, boo. Miracles are endless. So hold on to that truth. That truth alone will help you transcend a lot of illusions and break you out of a lot of things. All right. I love you lots. And I'll see you in our next one. Namaste.